Going on, guys? It's Greg here. Just wanted to do a quick video about how to sharpen a chainsaw. I know that's not really like a prepping video, but in a way it is, because using a chainsaw is it's important to know how to use a chainsaw and how to maintain it, especially in prepping situation. If you have to use a chainsaw, you're gonna have to keep it sharp. You're gonna have to keep the chain sharp. You're going to want to know how to maintain it. But I'll do a quick show you guys quickly how to sharpen a chainsaw. It's very easy. A lot of people are very intimidated by a chainsaw. Rightfully so. I got my pistol there. I'm about to clean it. But don't be intimidated by it. It's very easy. So basically, what you're looking at here is these are what you call the cutters. So I'm going to try to get close here. So this part right here, this is the actual sharp part. Okay, right where I'm touching. You can see it's kind of sharp there. That's the one you're going to sharpen, okay? And basically, as this chain moves, it moves in this type of direction. And when this chain, it comes down on the bottom here, you can see the direction that the teeth are pointing, the cutters here, right here. Basically, that's going to remove the wood from whatever you're cutting or material. So as you're coming down, it's removing the wood. And then in front of the cutter, you have this little dull piece of metal here. It's not sharp. And what that does is they call that a depth gauge or a raker. And that basically just tells the cutter how much wood to take off. So basically, as you see, it blocks how much. It kind of acts as like a block, because if this wasn't here, this tooth would be fully cutting, like this tooth would be fully exposed to the wood. But because this blocks it, it only slices a little bit off. So another thing you have to do after a while, probably every 2 or 3 times you sharpen, you're going to have to file this down, because this is going to start to go lower as you sharpen it. Because what happens is, you see how the teeth are angled upward. So as you sharpen, it's going to get lower. The height is going to go lower. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to file the depth gauge down to match that, So basically, I'll show you how to do the filing. And then, basically, this is just a regular, file. I'm not going to really go into sizes too much. But basically, you have your chainsaw file. There's different sizes based on the type of chain that you have, the size of the chainsaw, but basically you have your angles here marked on the file. And for my particular chainsaw, it's 30 degrees. I have to sharpen at 30 degrees. And you can see here, this is the 30-degree line. So if I'm standing upward, like right now, let me see if you can see that here. If I'm standing upward right now, you can see that 30-degree line, how it lines up with the bar. So that tells me I'm holding this at the right angle. Now, if you didn't have this guide, you could eyeball it. I've done that many times before. You just have to do it very gently, because you can reprofile the angle of the cutter, and that can cause your chain to be unstable when you're cutting, because you're not going to have a consistent angle on the different teeth. So it's going to be very rough, and it could be prone to chain breakage. So you definitely don't want to break a chain. That's very dangerous. So, just get yourself one of these guides. They're like $5, and it just snaps over the file here. You just get these files, snaps over. Your user manual will tell you what angle you're going to be filing at. And another thing, when you're filing, you want to kind of hold it slightly upward. You don't want to hold it like totally like parallel to the ground. You probably want to cant it the handle down, because the cutters are angled a little bit up, maybe like, I don't know, 10 degrees or so. So you want to angle it just a little bit down, so basically the guide is going to be level with the top of the cutter, so maybe you're going to be holding it about maybe 10 to 20 degrees angle with your handle down, and you're just going to push. Which first thing you want to do is you're going to take your safety and you're going to lock it, and so this way the chain doesn't move. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to file, you know. And when you're filing, like I said, make sure you're holding it at the right angle. You're going to, you know, you'll feel it when it's at the right angle. It's going to, you'll feel, you know, you'll just feel it, and you'll know that it's in the right angle. But you can use this line here, the 30-degree line, and just line it up with the bar, and that'll tell you that you're, you know, at 30 degrees. And so, you know, like I said, keep that angle. I'm not really filing hard now. You know, this is very, you know, I'm just showing you the motion basically. Like I said, you want to tilt this down 10 to 20 degrees, and you're going to be filing upward at a 30-degree angle. You know, and just maintain that angle. And typically, if you don't have any major damage to the cutters, you probably just maybe 10 strokes on each cutter is all you really need. But you know, basically the way that you can tell that it's sharp is that you'll start to see the cutter will start to get shiny after you remove like a little bit of metal from the file. And then, like I said, the depth gauges, after you file your chain, every few times you sharpen, you have to file this depth gauge down, and you need a special tool. You can go online and get a depth gauge tool, and that basically tells you lay it over the top, and it tells you how much you have to file off. It's basically a tool. You lay it over the top, and if whatever sticks out, you file it down until it's flush, you know. And that tool costs like $5. You know, you can keep it in your pocket if you're in the field somewhere. So it's just a quick explanation of how a chainsaw chain works and how to sharpen it. You know, don't be intimidated. It's very easy to do. You know, there's no reason to have to buy a new chain every time your chain gets dull, or, you know, go to a shop and have them, you know, charge you like $10 and use a grinding wheel on it. You don't need to do that unless you do major damage to your chain. Like if you hit something like a stone or a nail, you know, you really don't need to use a grinder on these teeth because it's unnecessary. It's excessive. A file is all you need just to touch it up. Like I said, usually 10 strokes is what I do, and that should be plenty. Even 5 strokes is many times that's enough. 5 good solid strokes, and that's all you need. You know, there's no need to spend money and buy new chains and go to the shop, you know. And if you're in a SHTF situation, you're going to want to be able to know how to maintain your own chainsaw, because if you have to cut wood, you know, and your chain goes dull, you're going to want to know how to do that. So maybe I'll do another video next time about other aspects of chainsaw maintenance. You know, I did sell firewood for a while, so I know I have a lot of experience with chainsaws. You know, I know basic maintenance in the field and things you should look out for. You know, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Be safe. God bless. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.